and welcome back to another video. As I am recording this, the latest update with the Happy Ghast and all that and vibrant visuals has just released. And in this update, as at least so far I know, add-ons no longer disable achievements. Now, there may be a small glitch with this where if you have something else that would disable achievements, such as creative mode, it's being a flat world, then you will, when you get, and you also have an add-on on top of that, you will still get the error message, the message saying, if you create this world, you can't have add-ons because of this, this, and this, and having an add-on will be in that list. But then I also created a world that's only achievement disqualifying factor was I had add-ons, and it was perfectly fine. It didn't give me any message saying that couldn't have achievements or anything. So yeah, I'm gonna lean towards the side of that. It's saying that add-ons are one of the things that disable achievements. It's the bug. I don't really have any easy achievements I can get to test it out though. So yeah, that's the best I can do. So here are the top 10 best add-ons in my opinion for survival Minecraft. So here we are at number 10 with the Feed the Bees add-on. So basically with this add-on, there's loads of bees, and you can put these bees into these new bee houses, and then it'll generate resources depending on what bee they are. And you can get new bees by breeding two bees together. Literally the only thing I don't like about this add-on is that they have like a wandering beekeeper, which is, you know, their version of a wandering trader, and they will sell, you know, like a handful of random bees. Problem is these random bees can be like diamond bees or whatever, so it can allow you to skip like massive chunks of the bee tech tree or the bee tree, or however you want to refer to it. So it's a cool add-on, and with the update that nerfed the more powerful bees to like diamond bees to now produce when you craft the honeycomb into the resource, it gives you raw diamonds which then need to be cooked in a furnace. So that made it more balanced. So yeah, let's move on to number 9, which is the Spawners add-on. So this basically just makes building farms for mobs a lot easier. So basically, also I've done reviews of all these, so if you want a more in-depth look into these, go watch the reviews. But basically, you like capture a bunch of mobs into this like soul gem thing. I can't remember what it's called. And then you make that into a spawner, and then you just capture a mob in a different kind of thing, and then you put that thing into the spawner, and then it will spawn that mobs. And you know, the higher tier the spawner, the more it will spawn, and I think the highest one can spawn. The highest one can definitely spawn mobs. I don't know if it's only the highest one off the top of my head. But this basically just makes making farms for a lot of mobs way easier. It's like with the skeleton farms, you know, it's a lot easier because without this, you'd have to like do a lot of work in like a nether fortress and stuff. So it just makes making farms for one particular mob a lot easier. And the best thing about it is that if you want to switch it to another mob, so say you're currently farming wither skeletons and you want to switch it over to creepers for their gunpowder, you just go in there, and you can also make it so it turns off when it's powered by redstone or redstone. So you can have it turn it so you can power with redstone to turn it off. Go in there and then remove the wither skeleton the capture device, and then put the creeper one in, and then when you turn it back on, it will start spawning creepers, and you can get the skeleton wither skeleton one back. So you just put that to one side until you want to spawn river skeletons again. Yeah, pretty useful. Next up is the uncrafter. This is really good for just like, you know, taking your old stuff and like bits of armor and like bits of armor and stuff, and just uncrafting it into its base materials, which, you know, so say you have a zombie pigman farm, or you're using spawners add-on and you've got and it's farming zombie pigmen for their gold. You can use this to put the gold armor into the uncrafters to get the ingots back out. And I think what really keeps this from being too OP is the fact that you cannot automate it. You have to do it all manually, which, yeah, like I said, I think that keeps it balanced, because I think without that, I think it would be a bit OP. Maybe, and you can and it also allows you to like and it also, if something's enchanted and you put it into the uncrafter, you get the enchanted book back, if I'm not mistaken. But you can also get enchantments off tools with the unenchanter, and you still get the tool back. So in case, you know, you've got, so like say you go to the end city and you find like a really good, let's say, diamond shovel with like efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, silk torch, and mending, but it also has like curse of vanishing. You put it into the unenchanter, you get each enchantment back as individual books. You put that shovel and then the books onto an anvil, and you got your perfect diamond shovel. And yeah, obviously that would work with like curse of binding as well. But yeah, pretty handy. But I could kind of see why some people may not like it, because it could be a little bit OP, but I don't really think so, in my opinion. Anyway, on to number 7, which is the mob heads add-on. So this add-on has got an update. I've not done a video on the update because, in my opinion, it's not substantial enough to warrant a video. So I'm just going to mention it here real quick. They changed it so that certain mob heads give you a potion effect, and all mob heads in wearable form now act as armor, giving you half an armor bar. The only problem I have with it now is that it is impossible to craft a wearable mob head back into a placeable mob head, even if it is full durability. And obviously, they also added a tool to repair the heads if they get to low durability. But yeah, and it's also really good for like decorating and stuff. I just really like the mob heads add-on. Next up is Alchemy. Yeah, number 6. So Alchemy is one of my favourite add-ons, because just being able to take, something that you're not, that you're not going to use, or higher value, and convert it into something that you need. So say you need a bunch of chests or hoppers for a redstone build, or redstone dust itself, but you don't have enough of that resource. But it's like, I have a few diamonds or nether stars or whatever lying around that I don't need. Just stick them into the alchemy machine, and then you have all the resources you need. And it can also be help you with storage. It's like, oh my god, I've got to like 6 double chests full of dirt, and I only need 1 double chest full of dirt, really. I'm going to take all the dirt from these chests, and I'm going to put them through the alchemy machine, and I have the alchemy machine like make diamonds and stuff. So that gets rid of your dirt without destroying it, because you can just convert it into diamonds, which you can then convert back into dirt if you need more dirt, or convert into whatever else you need. But yeah. Alchemy is at number 6. Number 5 is World Utilities. World Utilities is one of the oldest add-ons on the marketplace. And back in the day, it was like the best. Like, if I had made this video back when when this add-on first released, this would definitely be number 1. But now it's been knocked down a few pegs because, well, one add-on does its major features better than it, in my opinion, but it does have its unique and useful stuff. Like, it has multi-tools, it has the end frame breaker, which allows you to break end frames. It has a magnet item that if you have active in your inventory, it'll pull items towards you. So it just has, even though some of it features that I used to do better than anyone else are now done better by other add-ons, it is still one of the best add-ons on the marketplace, in my opinion, for survival Minecraft. At number 4, we have storage drawers. Now, storage drawers is mostly, it's a storage add-on, but it's, in my opinion, it is just best when you just need it to be able to store a lot of a particular item, and it's also really good. And it also makes auto-storing real simple because you just craft the drawer sorter. You can hop it into it, so you can have and then you can just have your farms automatically organize and store all your items for you. So yeah, storage drawers, definitely one of the best survival add-ons in my opinion. Number 3 is Tinker's Construct. This adds a bunch of new. So this adds a new way of smelting, which is not only faster with it being instant, with the only downside that you need to bucket it out and then into an ingot cast or into the casting basin. But it also adds a bunch of new ores and the new weapon. It adds new weapons, and also it revamps the base Minecraft tools. So, in Minecraft, if you don't have mending on your tool, it'll go down to 0 durability and break. And now that's still the same with this, which is a little bit disappointing because this is based off a Java mod. Which in the Java mod, if your tool broke, instead of actually breaking and disappearing from your inventory, you would just get it as a broken tool, which you could then repair, which I would very much like. But and I did ask about the devs about that, and apparently they've just not been able to implement it. So yeah, maybe one day. But before it does break, you can craft these repair kit items, which will repair any tool or weapon material of the same material. So say you have you make your pickaxe out of with a diamond head, and you have a diamond repair kit, you can repair your diamond pickaxe when it gets low durability. But if you also have a diamond bladed sword, you can repair that with it as well, which is very nice, and it makes your tools last a lot longer. So instead of having to craft 4 stone pickaxes, you could just craft 1 stone pickaxe and 4 or 5 repair kits. So yeah, it just means you don't have to craft a ton of pickaxes and stuff. But not only that, but they also reimagined the enchanting system with the upgrade station, which was in one of the updates, probably update 5, where you craft these upgrade items and you put your tool onto the upgrade station, and you add the upgrade onto the item, and it upgrades the item accordingly. So you have the luck one, which gives it fortune or looting, depending if it's a sword or a pickaxe, or whatever. Then you have the the silky one, which is silk torch. Then you have all the vanilla enchantments basically, and then you also have new ones on top of that, the starfall one, which basically makes it so that when you kill a mob, there's a small chance they just drop a nether star, which is really nice, especially if you have alchemy. Because that's just a ton of essence that you get for free if you're lucky. The only downside to this, and you can still enchant it the vanilla way, which is good because you can only have three different upgrades on one tool. So you just well, if I only have three upgrades, I'm going to take like three. I'm going to prioritize the add-on, the new ones I think is constructor adds, and it's like okay, so I've got them on, and I'll just like put on ones that are more difficult to get in survival, and then just do the rest with the survival, with the vanilla way of doing it. Anyway, but yeah, it's just really cool, and it's just like one of my favorite add-ons, and again, in my opinion, one of the best survival add-ons. At number 2, we have mining and building gadgets. Now, this add-on, in my opinion, really improves the two main things you're going to be doing in Minecraft, and that's mining and building. The mining gadget, in my opinion, is super cool. There's 3 versions of it. They are all exactly the same, basically. But they just have aesthetic differences. So it's just like, oh, I like the look of this one better, so I'm going to go with this one. And it just like, and it has cool stuff like automatically placing light sources, 3x3 mining area, and even bigger than that. And it just has like fortune, silk touch, and you can like hot swap. So you just like hold the tool, and if you have both the silk touch and the fortune upgrades applied, you double tap crouch, and then you can be like, okay, I wanna so I'm in the nether, so I want silk touch because nether gold ore gives more gold if you smelt it, and it's like, oh, I'm in the overworld, I want fortune, or if you're searching for like, or if you actually want the ores themselves, you just do silk touch of it. But yeah, it's just really cool. And also the building gadgets are nice and do speed up building once you get used to how they work and what settings you need to do. But there is a bit of a learning curve with them, and they're not just completely free. It's not like, oh, you craft these and then you can go like mining for eternity. You do need to have a battery which needs to be charged up, which costs like lava or coal. So yeah, it's pretty cool in my opinion. Now, for the number 1 survival Minecraft add-on, in my opinion, is Essentials. It just adds so many useful quality of life things like tree captator, vein miner, and these are available from the start. You can just, like, some of these you do need to enable in the settings in the book. Yeah, and it's got leaf breaker, so when you chop down a tree, it'll break the leaves. You do have to turn that on. It's got stuff like the air bladder, which is like leather and a dark oak button. That might be changed to just like any button. It was just like a reference to like real world stuff, and I was like, yeah, but it's kind of hard to find dark oak. It's like, and I do talk to the creator of the add-on. It's also the same creator as Alchemy. And he was like, yeah, I'll think about that. So yeah, he's a cool dude. And yeah, they're basically it's just basically just so many quality of life stuff. Like there's the one of the newest items is like the packs. Some of the newest items are like the paxel, which is like pickaxe, axe, and shovel combined together. I think it only has the durability of the pickaxe, so you're not going to get all the durability put together. I do think it could do with a bit of a durability buff, but it's still nice to have all 3 together. But I usually just use it as a shovel and pickaxe. I don't really use it as an axe, just because. Well, at least when you got like stone and stuff, like when you get like diamond, and like mending and stuff, you really don't have to worry about that. But yeah, There's also the satchel, which is basically an upgraded bundle. It's basically an upgraded bundle. You craft 5 bundles, 3 string, and an Eye of Ender together, and it creates the satchel, which can store an unlimited amount of any single item. So like an unlimited amount of swords or food or whatever you want, and blocks and stuff. And what's really cool about it is that if you say you fill it up with dirt because you're doing some terraforming, and you have a stack and you use up the last dirt in your inventory, it will automatically place another stack of dirt in your hand, so you don't have to go and manually take dirt out of the satchel. And there's just like tons of stuff like this in the Essentials add-on that just improves the survival experience, in my opinion. There's also like lesser features, in my opinion, like the bribe, which isn't the best item in my opinion, but I can see why some people would use it, because it has 2 uses. The first use is if the villagers' trades are not locked in, you can use it on the villager to re-roll their trades. Now, that's not really a good use in my opinion, because you could literally just like break their workstation and place it back down, and that is just like cheaper. But yeah. But the second use for it, which I think is actually pretty decent, is the fact that if the villagers' trades are locked in, and say you've bought all their carrots, you use a bribe on them, and they'll restock. They'll restock their golden carrots. But the first time you use it, it will be, at the increased price. So, so say you buy a bunch of golden carrots, you use a bribe, they'll be like, oh, it costs 4 emeralds or 5 emeralds to buy the golden carrots. But if you use the bribe again, or just wait an in-game Minecraft day, it'll go back to the normal price. But so yeah, it's not super OP, but it's just handy because it basically just allows you to skip waiting 2 in-game days to continue trading with your villager. But yeah. And then again, there's just like so many features in this. I could literally talk for just like about like half an hour on it, and just going through each of the features. And yeah, just definitely watch my videos on it. I will admit, I remember when it first came out, I was harsh on it. I'll admit I was very harsh on it, because it was kind of a jack of all trades, master of none kind of deal. And yeah, death waypoints is like one of the best features in it as well. But yeah, like I was saying, but Wojudo didn't just abandon it. He kept on working on it. And the funny thing is, like, when I realized that he had a Discord, I went to go join his Discord after recording the video, and he was like, "Oh hey, I just watched your review, one of your reviews of the Essentials add-on." I was like, "Oh, yeah," and he was like, and I asked him what he thought, and it's like harsh but fair, and it's like I have to give him a lot of respect for that, because like, a lot of people would probably get very defensive and probably wouldn't have been as happy. Also, like, just so many echo shards and so many crafting recipes. I really like every time I was like, fucking echo shards. But yeah, he has reduced the amount of echo shards used in the crafting recipes. It's like, yeah, you have a point though. I do use them too much. But yeah, brilliant guy. Works himself too much, though. But yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys all did enjoy this video. I hope you found it informative and helped you decide what, if any, add-ons you want on your world, on your survival world. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!